Everyone, welcome to the market snapshot for today. Uh, the Indian markets, I would say they have remained pretty stable, although Nifty has gone down by almost 0.5%, 500 by almost 0.5%, and this is Friday's data for US 100, which was down by almost 1%, and S&P 500 by almost 0.5%, almost negligible there. Uh, Let's see what happened in the markets today. This is Indian market. The advances were close to 192 against declines of 308. That is almost 38% of advances. Nothing significant. The good part, or maybe the positive here, was it was better than the last trading session, which was close to 171. So we got almost 20 new advances. New highs, again, not happening in new highs much, only 12 against 4. Sorry, that should have been 488. 488 new lows. The thing is, I think the distribution at this point of time is very uneven. At times Nifty 50 performs, at times small caps perform, at times Nifty 500. So basically it's not like there's a very happening bull run going around in the Indian markets, but for sure there are good opportunities here and there, and that is the reason the overall market doesn't looks very good, but then for sure there are a lot of opportunities which can be capitalized. Let's look at the breadth, the most important indicator, at least from my perspective. 20 EMA above 20 EMA almost 290 stocks, above 50 EMA 275 stocks, above 200 EMA 260 stocks. See, I'll tell you, the good part here is that there are still, the breadth is still sustainable. The only issue is, like, I think this was fourth or fifth straight session wherein the numbers are going down, so that is a little worrisome for me. But then when I look at the market, I mean the entire market, I think in that context India looks much better, or much stronger, I would say. Nifty 50, let's look at the chart again. I mean, see, this is where it is, like, I mean, if you would have been following me, that is what I'm saying. I wanted to hover somewhere here before just running away, and I think the market is doing that, but I think it is just doing more than what is required. So yeah, I mean, that's what is about Nifty 50. 500 again, I think if you look at the last four trading sessions, basically the market has not gone anywhere. It made a new high, came back again, tried to cover, came back again, closing almost at the same levels. The good part is the trend has changed. It is respecting the 50 EMA. So overall, I mean, the Indian markets, when I like compare to the global markets, it still looks pretty good. So no complaints there. It's just that, I mean, maybe little more strength would have been helpful. Let's look at the trend for Nifty 50. The trend remains bullish. The participation is mixed. The breadth has become mixed. That is what maybe I would not have wanted. The breadth was supporting, but somehow it is against deteriorating. Same is the story with Nifty 500, bullish, trading above 50 EMA. The participation has become weak, and the breadth has also become mixed. I mean, see, I would definitely, want some strength in the breadth, because that is what will dictate how coming next few weeks would be for the Indian markets. Because if breadth starts deteriorating, then we are looking for even longer periods of subdued performance from both the indices. But let's see what happens. Basically, the global markets are also not performing, so it's an interconnected world. We cannot look at India in isolation. So that's the reason all these things keep happening. US market, the Friday session was very strong. Just look at the number, 326 advances against 174 declines. Very good going there. I think this was second straight session wherein the advances overpowered the declines. New highs, just look at the number, 38 new highs against 462 new lows. I mean, this is very strong. I mean, very strong numbers. 38 new highs is a very strong number for the US markets. Look at the breadth. I mean, this is what had started causing problems for the US market, and I think they have just timed it perfectly. A lot of breadth came into the market on Thursday and Friday. Above 20 MA, 318 stocks; above 50 MA, 322 stocks; above 200 MA, 314 stocks. So pretty good going for the US markets. Let's look at the charts. I mean, again, by the looks of it, it's a very bullish chart, but then because respecting the 50 EMA, but this is where the downfall had started, and I think the market has remained very volatile. This is Nasdaq 100. uh, Same is the story with S&P 500. Very bullish chart respecting 50 EMA. uh, Again, the problem which started happening around 3rd 4th of June was the breadth was deteriorating, and I mean, only last two sessions, the breadth has got its grip back. But then again, it's a cautious market for me at least. Russell 2000, again, this is the strongest between the three charts. If you look at, I mean, it is consolidating right at its highest point. Now, see, this can break either way. It can just break out, it can break down. But if it breaks out, this is a very strong looking chart. And the good part is breadth, participation, everything is supporting to this higher consolidation. So maybe it may just break out. Let's look at the trend. For US 100, it is bullish, participation is strong, breadth is mixed. S&P 500 bullish, participation is strong, breadth is strong. Russell 2000 bullish, participation is strong, breadth is strong. So basically, if we look at the two broader indices, that is S&P 500 and Russell 2000, they are looking very strong. At this point of time, maybe my bet would be on Russell 2000. The reason being, see, like, just look at where it is consolidating at the point. I mean, it is consolidating at its highest level. That means most probably, an accumulation is happening there. And to support it, we are getting a very strong participation and breadth in the market. So like, that is where I would want to put my bets on. A global picture, if we look at it, 10-year yields have just gone below 50 MA. This was second session wherein they went below. Dollar is rising significantly, has crossed $100 mark, and right now at 101. VIX at 1841. BTC has been falling, gold has been falling. See, markets are defensive overall. The risk environment is off. The basic indicator for the risk is BTC and gold. The moment BTC and gold are not rising, basically when BTC is not rising, the investors are not in a mood to take risky bets. That is what they are indicating. And same is the case with gold. I mean, people are looking for even safer options. So overall, it's a defensive market. The risk environment is tight. It is a risk off environment, and I think the market is looking to cool off and then look for opportunities that where they want to go. It's not a negative market, but I think it is somewhere little cautious sort of market. uh, let's look at the dollar chart. Just look at this chart. How strong is this chart? And this is the reason the confidence in US equity market is not coming up, because a rising dollar just means that equities are going to get expensive. The liquidity in the market will be squeezed, and that is the reason we're not getting much confidence from the US equities. Bitcoin, very good shorting opportunities available. Very good shorting opportunities available. I mean, there is like literally like simplest of trade plans can work in this. I think look for shorting opportunities in Bitcoin, and same is the case with gold. A lot of good shorting opportunities available. Look, uh, you know, try to take those trades. And maybe the good part about such products is you can go either way, right? I mean, try to utilize what is available and be little cautious for the equities. That is what I would say. That's all from my side. Hope you all found this useful. Thank you so much, and see you next time.